You have a receipt in your hand. Look at it. You walked into the store for just 6 things, and you are leaving with 22. This is not what happened at the checkout lane. This started the moment you walked through the door. We're going to trace every one of those extra items back to the exact moment the store guided you toward them. No, not the product, not the promotion, the moment. Because what most people never stop to notice is this. A modern supermarket is one of the most carefully optimized commercial environments ever built by human beings. And it starts working on your attention, the way before you pick a single item. I'm Maxim Krypchan. After years inside companies like Procter & Gamble and Mars, this is Shelf Wars, decoding the hidden psychology behind brands and retail. So let's break down what's really happening here. So, everyone already knows. Milk placed in the bag. Walk further, see more, buy more. But that's an entry-level explanation, isn't it? It focuses entirely on where the things are placed. What it misses is what the store is doing to your attention while you walk there. The milk placement is a small detail. What we are actually talking about here is a system that doesn't just put things into your path. It shapes the state of your mind you are in before you even reach them. Minute 1. You push through the doors. You are still sharp. Your list in your head. And you know exactly what you came for. And the store already knows that too. So the first thing it does, it just ease you in. You don't walk into the cereal aisle, you walk into flowers, fresh produce, soft light, color. This section called a decompression zone. Its purpose is to ease you from the pace of the outside world into something slower, more open, more receptive. Behaviorists call it a cognitive reset. Your pace slows, your focus softens. And that is when the designed environment takes off. Here, the first thing, the store shapes that you never consciously notice. Studies show that in most Western supermarkets, shoppers instinctively turn right after entering. So the store already built for that decades ago. And that first turn was designed into the floor plan way before the store was ever constructed. You just followed the retail traffic decision that was made on your behalf. And the path has already begun. Movement creates exposure. And exposure is what this entire commercial system is built around. Every step you take down an aisle is a unit of attention, and that attention has real value. The brands you see at eye level paid to be there, not by making the better product, but by negotiating the slotting fees, direct payments to the retailer for the right to occupy the space where human eyes naturally land. Between $15,000 and $30,000 per product per chain. So eye level is not a design preference, it's a commercial transaction, the costly one. Then there are end caps, the displays at the end of every aisle. Most shoppers assume these products are on sale. Sometimes they are, often they are not. End caps are commercially designed attention interruption points built into the store's layout. You are moving forward, attention narrowed, then you reached an end cap, and your eyes stop, register, evaluate, whether you intended to or not. That moment of engagement is commercially valuable, and it's priced accordingly. Every premium position in that store, eye level, end caps, checkout lanes, represent a paid placement for brands that wants to be noticed at exactly that point. That it's not incidental, it's a line item in somebody's commercial plan. Now here is the part most people have never heard about. Not the end-cap placement, not the shelf height economics. This. While I was at Procter & Gamble, the company ran a serious research project using eye tracking technology. With the real shoppers in the real stores, researchers equipped shoppers with eye tracking glasses and observed exactly where every pair of the eyes went in every category, on every shelf, at every moment of their trip. What they discovered wasn't what most people would have assumed, but shoppers in different categories scan shelves in completely different ways. And once you understand the natural scanning pattern in any category, you can design the shelves to work with it, not against it. Take baby care, for example. The assumption would be a parent looks at the price first, or brand, or pack size. The data said none of this. A parent enters into the baby care aisle, while one priority operating above everything else. Is this right for my child right now? So the first thing their eyes searching for is a product type, pulls on or diapers, whichever matches their child current stage. And then within the right type, they look for a size, because the size 1 diaper on a 3-year-old is simply not an option, non-negotiable. Only once type and size are confirmed, then parents move to the pack choice. The real decision sequence is type, size, then pack. And this is where it gets genuinely interesting. Once the shelf is arranged to match that natural sequence, brands can introduce a meaningful choice at precisely the right moment between a standard range and a premium one. That question, which level of care is right for my child, lands at the peak of a parental attention in the entire aisle. The shelf is designed to guide the shopper through the category clearly, and that same design tends to perform strongly for the brand commercially. In FMCG, those two outcomes usually point into the same direction. And this is what $15,000 is slotting fee is really buying. Not just a position on the shelf, a position in the exact sequence a shopper's attention is already following. So the brand is not interrupting a journey, it's just placing itself into the decision path the shopper was already going to take. So in the industry, this is called a category strategy. And it's one of the most commercially precise tools in retail. And if you enjoy decoding how brands really compete for your attention, subscribe to Shelf Wars. That's what this channel is about. Minute 20. Something subtle has changed. You have been making these small decisions for 20 minutes straight. Famous brand or store brand, 16 ounces or 28 ounces. Is this generally on offer or does it just look like it is? And then, without a clear moment, you can identify the question shifts. It's no longer, do I need this? It becomes chips A with 15% discount or chips B, buy 2 get 1 free. So you are no longer deciding whether to buy chips or not. You are calculating which option makes more sense. The decision architecture has already moved you past the first gate. Decision fatigue is a well-documented psychological phenomenon. The mechanics are straightforward. The more decision you make, the lower quality of each subsequent one becomes. Not because you become careless, because your brain optimizes for efficiency. It begins defaulting. You stop comparing, You stop calculating. You just reach for what is the easiest to justify. Familiar brand, bright packaging, the one it's already in your hand. The store and every brand positioned within it is commercially designed around this moment. So here is a story that should feel familiar. A parent enters a supermarket on a Tuesday evening after work. 6 items on the list, efficient, focused. 25 minutes later, they reach the checkout. 22 items, they are not impulsive, they are not careless with money, they're cognitively tired by 30 or 40 small decisions made inside the commercial environment that is highly optimized to generate exactly that kind of outcome. That's not an accident, that is the model. So now here's the part. Most people never connect. At some point, a supermarket you have shopped in for years suddenly rearranges itself. The bread moved, the pasta is somewhere else. You can find even a thing you always knew exactly where to find. The standard explanation, stores just rearranges so you look around more and come across new products. That's true, but it's only the surface answer. The real mechanics is more precise. When familiar path is interrupted, shopper attention becomes available again. So eyes that were moving on autopilot begin actively searching. And what they're searching for instinctively is something familiar. A recognizable brand, a known shape, a package the visual system can lock onto quickly. Brands compete to be the first familiar anchor those searching eyes land on. So they pay for placement that puts them in exactly that position. The store introduces the change, brands are positioned to capture the reorientation. So this is what I call attention arbitrage. A layout change is not just an operational decision, it's a commercially structured moment of heightened shopper receptivity. Here is a part nobody talks about. Supermarkets did not design all of this from scratch. The physical layout, the long walk to the back, the cold chain that keeps perishable on the perimeter, the produce section at the entrance, much of that began as a pure operational logic. Refrigeration runs along the back wall, because that is where the infrastructure lives. Produce comes first, because it spoils fastest. Efficient logistics built the physical structure, but over the time, behavioral science moved in alongside it. And what had been an operational layout became a commercially informed environment. Then came the data. Loyalty cards tracking every basket, eye tracking studies like the one at P&G mapping where shoppers paused and where they moved on, basket analysis revealing which products consistently travel together. So brands using that data to sharpen their range and placement. Retailers use it to just build smarter category layouts. So both sides feeding the same system, making it more precise with every cycle. What began as a warehouse became a commercial environment. What became a commercial environment became a behavioral science. What became a behavioral science is the store you walk into every week. I'll be honest with you, I've sat in those rooms. Meetings between brand teams and retail buyers, category managers on one side, sales directors on the other side. These are serious professionals in serious conversations, and the subject delivered with full attention and genuine intensity is whether a line of shampoo bottles should run horizontally or vertically on the shelves. So some of the most analytical, sharp people in that industry sitting in the room, completely focused, debating the orientation of 16 ounces bottle. And the reason it doesn't feel trivial in that room is because everyone present knows the truth. A few inches of the shelf position, the right facing, the right angle, the right height can move millions of units. That's conversation not about a shampoo. That's high-stake discussion about shopper attention at scale. Minute 45. The checkout. This is the final section of this design journey. By the time you reach this corridor, your decision-making has been active for the better part of an hour, and you have walked this path, made dozens, millions of small choices and decisions, evaluated offers you didn't come in expecting to consider. And now, in the narrowest, most focused part of that store, the last commercially optimized placements are waiting. Candy, gum, drinks sized for immediate consumption, magazines with cover lines designed to catch one final glance. The checkout lane is not an afterthought, it's the last chapter of that journey that was built to bring you here in exactly this state. The supermarket is not trying to pressure you into buying things you do not want to. It's more subtle than that. It builds an environment that gradually shapes your attention, guides your choices, and brings you to the register in a state that commercially very useful, even if it's quite different from the state you arrived in. So that's the design, not any single product, not any single placement. The journey itself was the product. Next time you walk into a grocery store, pay attention to the exact moment your trip stops feeling like your own plan, because that is the moment the environment starts shaping your decision for you. I would really like to know your experience. Have you ever caught yourself following the environment rather than your list? A promotion that brought something into your basket you hadn't planned for. Maybe a rearranged aisle that sent you somewhere unexpected? Please share your story in the comments. I really like to know that. And if you have noticed something I haven't covered here, something you have observed yourself, I want to hear that. Some of the best material on this channel has come from the people who simply started paying attention to that details. If this kind of investigation is what you are here for, the like button tells me to just keep making it. This is Max Kripchen. Thank you for watching Shelf Wars. See you soon.